by the picture, by the thumbnail, you already know what I think the cards are. So I'm just going to get right into it. I'm pretty sure the next two cards for this whole entire support is going to be a Road Runner, aka Sonic Chick retrain. Obviously, because that art is part of the mat and it's a brand new art, never seen before. I've never seen it except for being a part of a playmat, and that involves a new support. Now, besides that monster, without a shadow of a doubt, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a spell, it's going to be a trap. That's why I put the Scrap Iron Scarecrow there. The reason why I think it is, well, first of all, why I think it's going to be Sonic Chick is because of the art, all that. I don't know what they'll call it. I don't know what the effect would be. But just on the Sonic Chick part, I think the monster still needs to be either a level 1 or a level modulation card. It's going to need to be able to change the level of monsters or change its own level. And it's going to need to make sure it has an effect where when it's used as synchro material, it does something. Also, it also kind of needs to be another starter card. Or maybe not. I really don't know about that part because we have two starters. I'm not too sure if the Scarecrow card's a starter yet or not. I know Quiltbot kind of reads like it should be run at 2, but maybe Sonic Chick will be a 3 of in the deck. So who knows about that? But I do think it's going to be a Sonic Chick retrain, and that's all I can say. What I do want to speculate on is I do think the other card though will be not a spell but another scrap trap card. And this is because of the fact that Yusei in his deck is very trap heavy and trap reliant, but even outside of riding duels, which is when trap cards are more prevalent in, even in standing duels in 5Ds, I feel like Yusei would rely still on trap cards. He's just that type of person. More calculating, more strategic, harkening back to the days of the Pharaoh. So I think it would be another Scrap Iron trap card. The Scrap Iron traps we have currently, being Scarecrow to negate an attack, it will be Scrap Iron Signal, which can negate a monster effect, and then Scrap Iron Idol, which can special summon a dragon back from your grave, and then lastly Scrap Iron, I think it's called Statue, which has the effect of popping a card, much like Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. So this new trap card, I would assume if it was going to be a new scrap card, it would be another retrain of Scrap Iron Scarecrow. And I would feel like this card would need to do 3 different things. An effect in the graveyard, an effect on the field, and maybe even another effect on the field. Or something akin to it. It will still need to be able to be reset when activated. So the effect can't be too broken because of that whole reason. But I don't know what it would be though. But I feel like it's going to be another scrap card. Now, if it's not a scrap trap, and I'm completely wrong, and the themes of Yusei as a character are just thrown out for this, and it is another spell card, I would hope that spell card is not an extender, but another starter. Another way to go into your, I guess you could say, combo or something. I would say it could be a Synchro monster, but on this one website, they already have the deck list out, and this card is... Actually, this card is put at the top, now that I think about it, which is next to monsters. So... At least I think so. Let me double check that. My audio sounds abhorrent, and I'm so sorry for that. Anyway, so looking at on the website here, They have monster, monster, blank card, monster, spell card, blank card, and then 2 junk synchron. So, this does not help. This blank card could be a trap, and they could have just put it up here, but the deck would have 3 traps, and this deck is not trap heavy at all, at least this deck list is, I should be saying, that I'm looking at. Also, to note, I'm going to go with it's going to be a new scrap retrain. I'm going to go with it's a scrap card at all. And if it is a scrap card, I feel like it's going to be a scrap iron scarecrow retrain. Or, my own little favorite interpretation of it. You know Scrap Synchron? He's the scarecrow that left, basically. So maybe the next card would be, I guess, like the aftermath of that? Perhaps? I don't know. But maybe something akin to that. But I do think it needs, if it's not going to be a scrap card, it does need to be a starter. I know Synchro Fellows is already a pretty good starter, but just another starter, because why not? You know what I mean? And of course, finally, the Sonic Chick, because I'm pretty sure it needs to be a Sonic Chick. Look at that art. Look at the new art. It fits. It's really good. It's really cute. But I think that's all I have to say about this, specifically. Like, comment, and subscribe.